It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Well, Commissioner Adam Silver has a history lesson for those who would tell players to shut up and dribble. He says in 1963, Bill Russell was MVP, won a title, and stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial for Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech. There is a through line that exists directly from Russell to our modern players. Kevin?
That's a great story, DA. Thanks. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Paul out there with Alex Caruso. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's LeBron James. And it's Crowder in at the power forward. And for Chicago, we've got Luka Doncic. Kuminga out there with Barrett. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And defensively, Chicago's so solid. Steve, they don't gamble a lot. They just get the job done.
Kevin, they do. Well, how they get it done, they rely on their intelligence. Good communication at that end. Could they be more disruptive? Maybe, but they play to their identity. Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Doncic. Gobert with the block. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Here's Doncic. And he lays it straight in. Look at the last game for the Suns. It was a win against Atlanta.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And a strong bench gives you the flexibility to bring someone in and exploit a certain matchup.
Now, here's Doncic. A steal. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Wonderful find by Paul. This offense relies on him to make those kind of plays.
And Barrett has got the ball here for Chicago. A floater. Gobert with the block. To the wing right side. Paul kicks to Crowder. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. To the paint. LeBron outside. Here's Caruso. Good, and the assist goes to James. Caruso's got 5 points so far.
Man, he has come out focused and efficient. Love what he's doing at the offensive end.
Doncic with it. He's picked up by Paul. James outside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And while it's still very early in the season, the top teams, Greg, have already started to distinguish themselves across the NBA.
Getting off to a hot start, always a good sign. But don't sleep on the teams that are still getting locked in. A lot can change in the coming months.
Doncic. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read. And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. Third all-time in career assists, second all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Phoenix.
Well, it's tough to score when you're getting stuffed on every attempt. Great job getting the hands up so far, making life difficult on shooters.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
And Greg, what separates Paul from the other two guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
Now Kuminga following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. On the wing, Rozier. James covered. Shot clock at 3. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Rozier.
And once Rozier spots that hole in the defense, he just doesn't hesitate. Just sends the ball to an open shooter.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Nancy's checked in for Lopez. Trey Lyles comes in for Kuminga. Tate, he's checked in for Barrett. And it's Jackson in for Doncic.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Jackson against Schroeder. Pass to Rozier. Over Rose. And it's Rozier missing. And Anthony's got the ball here for Phoenix. 1:36 left to play here in the first. Schroeder looking over the floor. Takes the three. And Derrick Rose gets the three.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they haven't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Schroeder against Jackson from deep Ingles. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Passes it to Rozier. And the Bulls with another miss. Suns leading by 10. And the basket by Ingles.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Jackson passes to Tate. To end the run, he dishes it to Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
I tell you what, Nance plays with a force every night. Explosive, tough, fearless.
Rose gets it over to Schroeder. He feeds it to Adams. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's Jackson with the three. Can't hit that one. And so it's the Phoenix Suns up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. Folks, second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Jay Crowder out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Chris Paul. And it's James in at the three spot.
And growing up around basketball, R.J. Barrett's dad played a bunch of places. R.J. spending a lot of his childhood in France.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the Bear, James Harden. There are some similarities, hard to say. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch, David. Thank you. So it's Phoenix now. The Bulls getting their last shot to go. Greg, you know this. One of R.J. Barrett's dad's best friends, former MVP Steve Nash.
Yeah, and Nash is R.J.'s godfather, no less. So Barrett's had a chance to kind of soak in the game his entire life. And you can see that in his intelligent play on the floor.
Lopez, he's checked in for Tate.
Attacking the heart of the defense, LeBron doing his work inside the paint.
Doncic against Paul. Doncic passes to Lyles. There's Kuminga. three-pointers off the mark. Suns leading by 10. And there's the feed to Gobert. Can't connect from short range.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
In the dunk by Lyons.
A playmaker of Doncic's talents wasn't missing that gap. He quickly gets the ball to the wide open man.
Phoenix timeout.
And so here's Phoenix looking ahead to their next and playing at New Orleans. They'll match up against the Pelicans. That will conclude their brief two-game road trip. Gobert, and that's good.
The long reach of Rudy Gobert really comes in handy when he's patrolling the offensive glass.
Doncic looking it over. Barrett dishes to Kuminga. Out to Doncic. Another shot, and good that time. Doncic has got his third basket of the night right there.
Yeah, they've got into a nice flow this quarter.
Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Kuminga, no good. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 8-point game. Paul passes to Gobert. Inside.
Okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. He put a little extra on that one.
And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls. Chicago making some changes. Nancy's checked in for Trey Lyles. Terry Rozier comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Doncic. Now here's Lopez. Lopez a screen on Ingles. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Barrett. Barrett's got 4 this quarter.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
Her passes to Adams. The shot's good, and the assist by Schroeder. Adams has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And Barrett gets it to go.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Now here's Schroeder. And the layup is good. And the Suns lead by 10.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Jackson setting the pick here for Rozier. For 3. That shot missing. And Phoenix the other way now. Here's Schroeder. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on R.J. Barrett.
Drawing contact inside. Dennis Schroeder using his reach and quickness to compensate for his height disadvantage.
And the Bulls making a change here. Tate's checked in. And guys, how about the leadership and veteran presence a guy like Joe Ingles brings?
No doubt he's not scoring the ball like he used to as a starter, Kevin. But what a luxury knowing you have Ingles available off the bench.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Rozier against Rose. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Down low. Barrett, no good. Rozier against Ingles. Now the pass to Adams. Here's Schroeder. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic on his part. That's the...
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And for that game against the Pelicans, let's be honest, they're clearly the better team. You can't afford to drop games where you're the heavy favorite.
This is a TCB game, taking care of business. Doesn't have to be pretty, just win.
And moving on to our current game, it was not the first half that fans were hoping to see for the Bulls.
The energy on D stood for disappointing. They were slow to rotate, communication was bad, no effort. I mean, the intensity on that end of the floor, where it needs to be, was just not there.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
You've got Rozier. Brook Lopez is out there with Kuminga. Then it's Barrett, and it's Doncic in at the point. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. James uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's 8 points for LeBron.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim. And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
On the wing, James. The shot's good. James has got 4 points now in the quarter. Greg, we know from time to time things get pretty chippy out there. What kind of things would get under your skin when you played in the NBA?
Guys tended to talk a little trash, and that could rattle you. That could bother you at times, but you really just tried to maintain your focus and keeping your eye on the prize.
Chicago calls timeout.
How about the job Billy Donovan has done? Under 500 in his first season, but took the Bulls to the playoffs in his second year at the helm.
Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Third is Luka Doncic.
And looking back, his points per game really underscore the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Lots of pieces have been added to this Bulls roster. For Donovan, you were just talking about him, to work with, coach, and lead. He has done a good job.
They have a great mix, Kevin, of veteran leadership and young talent. Donovan has been able to mix and match to keep guys fresh. It worked well for him in the playoffs last year. Just couldn't find an answer for Giannis and the Bucks.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And, D.A., we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD. The two players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. I'll hit those all day long. David, thank you.
And he is built to be an alley-oop threat. Long arms, terrific athlete. He went and got that one.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Rozier against Caruso. He gets that one. Rozier's got 5 points now this quarter.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Gobert finds James. No good with the triple. Bulls trail by 18. To the middle. Here's Kuminga. And the rejection by James.
Merciless swat by LeBron. There are no easy looks when King James is on you.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Larry Nance has checked in for Lopez. And then for Phoenix, Adams comes in for Gobert. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. The clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Nance.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Doncic outside. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Schroeder. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got 10.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Schroeder dishes to Adams. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists tonight.
You got to bring more than that to stop Steven Adams, using that strength to fight through contact.
Mans a screen on Caruso. Out to Doncic. The 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
They've been terrific from beyond here in the second. And for Terry Rozier, all of his efficiency numbers are way up the last couple of years. Here's a guy who was just 37% from the field during his time in Boston.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Chicago calls timeout. So for the Bulls, Tate, he's checked in for Kuminga. And it's Jackson in for Terry Rozier. Phoenix also making some changes. Anthony's checked in for Jay Crowder. Joe Ingles comes in for James. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Alex Caruso. And he makes that one. And that's 15 points for Luka Doncic.
And it doesn't matter if Luka is working on or off the ball. You have to stay connected to him defensively.
Here's Jackson. Rebound by Anthony.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Count it.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Outside for Jackson. And the Bulls another 3.
Nice play. Usually Reggie prefers to initiate, but this time gets it done off the catch.
To the inside. It's good from Schroeder on the assist by Rose. 9 points for Dennis Schroeder.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Jackson looking it over. Here's Doncic. Shoots over Schroeder. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And we've talked about the skill. Doncic has polished his game at a very young age, and that pump fake was a seasoned veteran's move.
All free throws good from Doncic.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
With 1 on the clock. Wow! Huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the shot clock, ending the quarter the right way.
And so it's Phoenix with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They're strapped. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing.
It's not going to be easy. We got to stay with it when it's not going well.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So with James on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Anthony is out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Chris Paul. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Schroeder in at the shooting guard. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Smart ball handling from them in this one. Passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
And you also have to applaud how they've attacked the interior in this game. A lot of points happening for them in the paint.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. LeBron's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Ingles against Barrett over Ingles. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Always fun to watch James go off like this. He's getting everything he wants on the offensive end.
Jackson kicks to Barrett. Out to the right wing. Tate with the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jackson in the corner. Misses the 3. Phoenix leading by 20. LeBron James on the wing. Barrett covering. James, the pass to Paul. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
The passing of LeBron is so special, so talented at finding his wide-open teammates.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, LeBron James.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Now to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Paul passes to Crowder. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Lopez. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Chicago Bulls. Kuminga, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Kuminga's got his first points in this one.
It's good to see Rozier improving as a playmaker. Passes like this help make his guys better players.
Pass to Caruso. The kick out to LeBron. It's stolen by Barrett. And nowadays, it seems like players have more opportunities than ever before. But Steve, does that add to the challenge of balancing on the court versus off the floor?
It does for some individuals, but I love the opportunities that they're getting, and I love they're taking advantage of it. Most of the guys can juggle and balance both.
Doncic is checked in for Chicago. And James gets it to go.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Doncic against Paul. Rebound by the Suns. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Lopez kicks to Rozier. Tries from 7. That one a little long.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
LeBron passes to Caruso. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
Caruso likes to take high percentage shots. He works hard to get inside looks.
The dish to Doncic. The kick out to Lopez. Good on the three-point shot.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Paul passes to Crowder. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
And when Gobert cuts like that, it's over for the defense. For a big man, his mobility is unreal.
Now, here's Rozier. Puts up a 3. Claims the three-pointer.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Phoenix.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm. And that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight. There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Caruso, the pass to James. And he comes up with the deuce.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Trey Lyles checked in for Kuminga. Jay Shante comes in for Barrett. And it's Jackson in for Terry Rozier. Adams taking his time here. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Going inside. So it's the Suns winning easily here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Rudy, your impact on the game defensively, always something to watch. What's your approach at that end?
Just try to win games, you know, and my teammates put a lot of trust in me, being aggressive on the balls and try to be aggressive at the rim. And, you know, when we play as a team like we do tonight, it's tough to beat us.
You were in full Stifle Tower mode tonight, man. Congrats. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.